Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Nate, Mewtwo fan Nate, you might know me as, and we are taking on the boy Josh, aka Invivid Color, and his South Texas Sableyes. Of course, I am your coach of the New York Noibats, and this is a post-com, post-narrated draft league battle in the APA, and I don't usually do post narrations or anything like that. It's not like what I'm about, and mostly it's because I have a terrible memory, so I replayed this game a couple times just to refresh myself on what happened in the game. And there's so many things that I've noticed after rewatching it, and I'm like, why did I click this move? And I don't remember why I clicked it. I can kind of I'll tell you when it happens. I don't remember why I did this, but I can say maybe I was predicting this, and that's why I went for that move. So pretty much, if you want to look at the team matchup here, I have the Geodude, which is pretty much just a standard stealth rocking type of thing. We got a really fast Pumpkaboo, which is the smallest size, and it has the ability for fast Will-O-Wisping and things like that. A Life Orb Salandit, Eviolite Bagon with Dragon Dance. And we have a physical PIPLUP because he did have that Spinnerack, and I wanted to bring something kind of heat, so I thought Defiant PIPLUP that could come in on sticky webs, get the +2 in the physical attack would be kind of cool to see. And then we have a Scarfed Woobat on his side of the field. I wasn't sure if he was going to lead with the Spinnerack or the Kabuto. Either way, I was going to decide that I was going to just lead off with Geodude because it's got the sturdy berry juice. The one thing that was kind of scary on his team was the Drifloon thing, because that thing is an Uber. That is a Little Cup Uber Pokemon. So, it's nice and balanced. Without further ado, we're just going to get into the game. I didn't want that thing, because that thing could be, potentially, an Unburdened set. I think they probably... They usually, I feel like they usually run the berry juice. I don't know anything else that they would run, but either way, you're gonna see me lead off with my Xavier, the Golden Nugget, and he's gonna just hit me with the knockoff right away. And I'm like, oh crap, dude! I did not expect that. I expected him to go for the waterfall and just bring me down to the sturdy and get my berry juice. And I was like, all right, I was gonna be Gucci, but instead, he just hits me with the knockoff. I do get up my rocks, which is pretty cool, I guess. I didn't expect him to click knockoff twice, and even if he did, I have a Z Crystal, so I figured that this was the safest play that I could go for, because no matter what, I pretty much would be able to take a knockoff, because obviously you can't knock off Z Crystals, and I didn't really expect him to go for it. I expected him to either go for the water move to try to kill me, or just set up rocks. So he ends up setting rocks on me, and I figured he's gonna switch out. So I decided just to go for a Shadow Ball because nothing on his team really appreciated it. So double Shadow Ball is actually gonna just get the knockout on the Spinnerack. So unfortunately for me, he won't be able to set up any kind of sticky webs. So we're not gonna be able to do a Defiant shenanigans thing, but hopefully physical PIPLUP can still put in work against something on his team. He does have that Magby, so there's still some hope. So he brings in this Pancham here, and I decided I was going to just go for the Will-O-Wisp on it. I want to make sure this thing has its attack lowered. He does go for the knockoff there, but of course I do have the Z Crystal, so with him being burned and then Z Crystal not being able to be knocked off, doing less damage, I take that just fine. So I kind of expect him to switch out here, but I forgot about Parting Shot for momentum. So with that being said, I switched into this thing, and then he gets the momentum. So I kind of figured that he, because pretty much Salandit outsped everything on his team. I didn't expect him to go back out into the Tide Pod. I wasn't expecting him, because I had the Pumpkaboo in. So it ends up being a really good scenario for him. But I don't feel safe switching into anything. I didn't know his full moveset. And I decided I was just I don't know why I went out into Bag and Your Girl here. I should have just gone out into the Pumpkaboo because I had the Giga Drain, and I decided not to because I'm just an idiot. I don't know why. I think I was tilting. This is like one of those things where I don't know why I was doing what I did, and I should have just made a different play. Regardless, I decided to go into Bagon, and I completely forgot about the weak armor ability. I just don't know anything about Little Cup, and I didn't really do much research. Like, when I built this team, I was just like, all right, physical PIPLUP, let's go, let's do it. It does give him the chance to spin away the rocks, unfortunately, because he still has that that drift loom in the back, and I really wanted to get the damage on it. But he doesn't knock me out with the rapid spin. The in the knockoff wasn't enough to take me out because his full moveset like wasn't able to hit me super effectively or anything like that, or at least for neutral. Like, knockoff was the strongest thing he could hit me with, and obviously my EP was already knocked off. So now he does bring in the Magby. He just mock punches to knock me out. This is where I decide to bring in my not a shady penguin, and he decides to belly drum on me. I didn't expect him to stay in here, but I figured that going for the waterfall was like the best thing I could have done. He didn't have that water resist anymore with the Kabuto, so the waterfall was pretty free for me to go for, and it actually just knocks him out, like, straight up. Like, he could have lived like a Scald or whatever, but because I was physical and Magby has a much lower physical defense stat than his special defense, it actually ends up getting the kill. So he brings in the Elekid here, and this thing is stupid fast. And I didn't want to make any predictions as far as like him going, like, making a double or anything like that. So I decided I was just going to go out into the Geodude here. And here I make a really, really dumb play. I don't know why I click Sucker Punch here, but I decided to click Sucker Punch and he switches out. And I think I was scouting for Brick Break, because if he was going for Brick Break there, it might have killed me, because I don't have, like, you know, it's super effective, whatever. I didn't do it. I wasn't running Calcs. I probably should have been running Calcs, but, you know, at this point in the season, I've already had so many losses that I didn't think it mattered. I was just trying to, like, play the game. And here I make another dumb play. I set up Stealth Rocks. Again, just fearing for that Drift Loom. And he decides to go for the Drain Punch, and it is going to knock me out. So, I should have just clicked the Earthquake. Earthquake was doing so much damage to him. And it was a big mistake on my part. So here I have my I bring back in my Shady Penguin. My not a Shady Penguin, I should say. And I decided I was just going to click the... He's faster than me. He's going to click Knockoff. He's going to get rid of my EP Late. And I click Drill Peck because it's super effective. And it doesn't knock him out, unfortunately. So that's what happened there. And I just click it again. And he's faster. He's going to go for Drain Punch. It's going to do a lot of damage. A lot of damage. It's going to leave me at 1 HP. And he has rocks on me on my side of the field, so there's no point in me like trying to switch out or anything like that. So unfortunately for me, this is where things get really, really bad. He brings out Afterlife, which is the Little Cup Uber Pokemon, the Drifloon, and it's just it's not looking too good. He goes for the substitute. I decided I was gonna go for the Ice Beam here. I did have Ice Beam for coverage. And it does break the sub, but unfortunately for me, that's not like what matters. Because he's just gonna click sub until he gets his Berry Juice. He's gonna get his Unburden. He's gonna be back at full health, so none of it matters. And I'm gonna get knocked out here. I think he goes for like Acrobatics or something, maybe. Did I just outspeed? Or no. I'm kind of confused. I don't know what just happened. No, okay, that was him going for a substitute and then getting... Okay, never mind. This is the next turn. And he knocks me out. And with the thing. So and here I have to just go into this, and I have Shadow Sneak on this thing. I wonder if it was better that I went out into Woobat first. because Woobat was scarfed, and I could have hit him with a big psychic, and I think that might have won me the game. I don't know. I really don't know. Looking back on it, I might have won if I went out into the Woobat first, got off the Scarf Psychic, and then went for the Shadow Sneak. Because I don't know if Elekid would have had anything to touch me with. So I mean, it's all 2020, you know, vision or whatever. Hindsight is hindsight. You know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Anyway, Psychic, I could kill if I crit him, but I don't crit him, and he just knocks me out with Thunderbolt. So that's gonna be a good game to the boy in Vivid Color. Link down below. Make sure you guys go check him out. He's a good friend of mine. And yeah, we're gonna have a couple more post-narrated battles up until we get our capture card back. That's gonna be fixed soon, and it should be coming back in the mail anytime. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye.